The magnitude of what we witnessed this past Thursday in the Mercedes-Benz Arena is still vibrating through the streets of Glasgow today, as the Parkhead faithful prepare for a weekend that could define the entire trajectory of this historic season. To go away to a powerhouse of the German Bundesliga and dictate play the way Martin O'Neill's men did is one thing, but to come away with a victory that shatters long-standing European records is quite another. We are standing on the precipice of a new era for the boys, and as we look back at the events from 2 days ago, the tactical masterclass orchestrated by the gaffer continues to be the primary talking point in every pub and supporters bus across the country. The 1-0 victory over Stuttgart was not just a result, it was a statement of intent, a declaration that the Green and White Army no longer travels across the continent merely to participate, but to dominate. Chris Sutton, a man who knows exactly what it takes to lead the line for this great club under Martin O'Neill, was quick to offer his assessment of the performance, and his words have carried a significant amount of weight as we approach the Glasgow derby tomorrow. Sutton was glowing in his praise for the resilience shown by the defensive unit, specifically highlighting the partnership between Cameron Carter-Vickers and Liam Scales, which looked impenetrable under the heavy lights in Germany. However, it was his comments regarding the goalkeeping situation that have sparked the most intense debate among the supporters over the last 48 hours. While Kasper Schmeichel has brought a wealth of experience and a winning mentality to the squad since his arrival, Sutton has made a bold claim that Viljami Sinisalo should be the man to guard the net when we travel to Ibrox. This past Thursday, the Finnish international showed a level of composure that belies his years, and Sutton believes that his agility and distribution could be the secret weapon needed to overcome our local rivals. I will delve deeper into the tactical reasons why a change in goal might be the masterstroke Martin O'Neill needs for the derby in just a moment. But first, we must address the history that was made by a man who is fast becoming a folk hero at Celtic Park. Luke McCowan has etched his name into the annals of Celtic history in a way that few could have predicted when he first arrived from Dundee. This past Thursday night, his decisive goal did more than just secure 3 points in our European campaign. It set a unique European record that has placed the Hoops in a category of their own. By finding the back of the net against Stuttgart, McCowan ensured that Celtic became the first Scottish club to have a single-player score in 3 consecutive away matches in major European competition, while also maintaining a 100% pass completion rate in the final third during those specific phases of play. It is a statistic that speaks volumes about the technical proficiency that Martin O'Neill has demanded from his midfield since taking the reins. McCowan himself was humble after the match, stating that the team did themselves proud and that the collective effort outweighed any individual accolade. He spoke about the pride of wearing the hoops and the responsibility that comes with it, especially when representing the club on the grandest stages of European football. His journey from the smaller grounds of the Scottish Premiership to being a history maker in the elite European competition is the stuff of dreams, and it serves as an inspiration to every young player currently in the Lennoxtown Academy. The tactical deployment of the squad in Germany was not without its critics, however, and former Scotland international James McFadden has raised some very interesting questions regarding the gaffer's use of Callum McGregor. Speaking earlier this week, McFadden questioned whether Martin O'Neill is asking too much of the captain by playing him in a slightly more advanced role than we are used to seeing. McFadden argued that by pushing McGregor further up the pitch, the team loses that vital screen in front of the back four, which Alistair Johnston and Austin Trusty rely on during quick transitions. He suggested that against a team like Stuttgart, the captain should have been anchored to the midfield to dictate the tempo and provide security. This critique has opened up a fascinating discussion about the tactical flexibility of this Celtic side. While McFadden is a respected voice in the game, many would argue that Martin O'Neill's decision to give McGregor more license to roam was exactly what allowed the likes of Arne Engels and Paulo Bernardo to find spaces between the German lines. The debate over the captain's best position is one that will likely continue long into the weekend, especially with the high-intensity environment of Ibrox looming large on the horizon. Looking at the squad depth available to the manager, it is clear that the competition for places is at an all-time high. In the defensive positions, we saw Alistair Johnston put in a shift this past Thursday that showcased why he is considered one of the best right-backs to ever wear the jersey. His overlapping runs and his tenacity in the tackle provided the platform for the likes of Jota and Dyson Maida to cause chaos on the flanks. We also have to mention the contribution of Austin Trusty and Julian Araujo, who have integrated seamlessly into the philosophy of the club. The defensive line, which also includes the likes of Marcelo Saraki and Anthony Ralston, has shown a level of organization that was perhaps lacking in previous European ventures. With Kieran Tierney also in the mix, providing that local passion and world-class delivery, the gaffer has a wealth of options to choose from. This internal competition is exactly what is driving the standards higher and higher every single day at training. In the middle of the park, the emergence of Luke McCowan as a genuine goal-scoring threat from midfield has added a new dimension to our play. When you combine his energy with the technical brilliance of Reo Hatate and the tireless work rate of Callum McGregor, you have a midfield trio that can compete with any side in Europe. The addition of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has also brought a level of Premier League experience and composure that is vital during the closing stages of tight matches. We saw him come on 2 days ago and immediately settle the nerves of the team, keeping possession and drawing fouls in clever areas of the pitch. Then, we have the youth and exuberance of players like Benjamin Nygren and Viljami Sinisalo, who represent the future of this football club. The balance between experienced heads and hungry young talents is arguably the best it has been since the early 2000s. The forward line is where the real magic happens for the Parkhead faithful. The return of Jota has been nothing short of sensational, and his ability to beat a man and deliver a cross is a constant threat. This past Thursday, he was a thorn in the side of the Stuttgart defense for the entire 90 minutes. Alongside him, the pace of Dyson Maida and the clinical finishing of Kelechi Iheanacho have made the Celtic attack one of the most feared units in the competition. We also have to consider the impact of players like Michel-Ange Balikwisha and Tomasz Chvanchara, who provide different profiles for the manager to utilize depending on the opposition. Whether it is the raw power of Junior Adamu or the technical flair of Hyunjin Yang, the gaffer has a tool for every task. The fact that James Forrest is still contributing at such a high level, coming off the bench to provide that veteran leadership and goal-scoring instinct, is a testament to his professionalism and his love for the club. Returning to the comments made by Chris Sutton regarding the goalkeeping situation, we have to look at the psychological impact of such a decision. Starting Viljami Sinisalo at Ibrox would be a massive show of faith in the young goalkeeper. Sutton argued that Sinisalo's performance in Germany proved he has the temperament for the big occasion. He made 3 world-class saves in the second half that kept the clean sheet intact and allowed Luke McCowan's goal to be the winner. If Martin O'Neill chooses to start him tomorrow, it would send a clear message to the entire squad that form and merit will always trump reputation and experience. On the other hand, Kasper Schmeichel is a titan of the game, and his presence in the tunnel before a derby can be worth a goal in itself. The way he organizes the wall and communicates with his defenders is second to none. It is a difficult choice for the gaffer, but it is the kind of problem every manager dreams of having. I will discuss the specific tactical instructions Martin O'Neill has been working on at Lennoxtown to exploit the weaknesses in the Ibrox defense in just a moment, but we must first look back at the incredible scenes in the away end this past Thursday. The 5,000 Celtic supporters who made the journey to Stuttgart were the 12th man in every sense of the word. The sound of grace and the Celtic song echoing around that German stadium was enough to give anyone goosebumps. It is that connection between the players and the fans that makes this club so special. Luke McCowan mentioned in his post-match interview that hearing the fans singing his name was the proudest moment of his life. He knows that he isn't just playing for a result. He is playing for the people who work all week just to afford a ticket to see the boys. That sense of community and shared identity is what separates Celtic from the corporate giants of modern football. The record set by McCowan is part of a broader trend of Celtic breaking new ground in Europe. For too long, the narrative was that Scottish clubs could not compete on the road. This past Thursday, that narrative was well and truly buried. The unique record of scoring in 3 consecutive away games is a testament to the attacking bravery that Martin O'Neill has instilled in this group. He doesn't want his players to sit back and invite pressure. He wants them to take the game to the opposition, regardless of the venue. This tactical shift has been the catalyst for our recent success and has ensured that Celtic is once again a name that is respected across the European continent. The technical staff, including President Brian Wilson, have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that the infrastructure is in place for the players to succeed. From the scouting network that identified the likes of Arne Engels and Austin Trusty, to the medical staff keeping the squad fit during this congested fixture list, every part of the club is pulling in the same direction. James McFadden's concerns about Callum McGregor's positioning are worth examining through a statistical lens. This past Thursday, McGregor had more touches in the opposition half than in any other European game this season. While McFadden fears this leaves the defense exposed, the data suggests that it actually forces the opposition to drop deeper, thereby reducing the pressure on our own back four. By having the captain higher up the pitch, we are able to win the ball back much faster when we lose it, a tactic often referred to as counter-pressing. Martin O'Neill has mastered this approach, and it was the primary reason Stuttgart struggled to build any meaningful attacks from the back. If the gaffer decides to use the same tactic tomorrow at Ibrox, it will be a fascinating battle in the middle of the park. Will the local rivals be able to handle the intensity of McGregor, Hatate, and Bernardo, or will they succumb to the same pressure that broke the German side 2 days ago? The role of the fullbacks in this system cannot be overstated. Alistair Johnston and Marcelo Siraki have been given the freedom to act as wingbacks when we are in possession, which creates overloads on the wings and allows Jota and Maeda to tuck inside and support Iheanacho in the box. This fluid movement is incredibly difficult to track and requires a high level of tactical discipline. Earlier this week, we saw how Johnston's positioning forced the Stuttgart left-back into making several mistakes, eventually leading to the corner from which the goal originated. On the other side, the pace of Siraki provides a constant outlet and ensures that the opposition can never truly settle. With players like Anthony Ralston and Julian Araujo ready to step in, the intensity never drops, even when the gaffer makes changes in the second half. As we look towards the derby tomorrow, the health of the squad is looking very positive. The medical team has done a fantastic job of managing the recovery of players who put in a huge shift this past Thursday. Cameron Carter-Vickers and Liam Scales are both expected to start, and their physicality will be crucial in dealing with the aerial threat that our rivals often pose. In midfield, Paulo Bernardo has shown a level of maturity that suggests he is ready for the cauldron of Ibrox. His ability to keep the ball under pressure and his vision to find the killer pass will be key to unlocking their defense. We also have the wildcard option of Luke McCowan, whose confidence will be sky high after his historic goal. Whether he starts or comes off the bench, he is a player who can make things happen out of nothing. The atmosphere at training yesterday was described as electric, with a real sense of focus among the players. Martin O'Neill knows that while the win in Stuttgart was a massive achievement, it will mean very little to the fans if we don't follow it up with a strong performance against our rivals. The gaffer has been very vocal about the importance of mental strength in these high-stakes matches. He has reminded the players of the history of the Green and White Army and the millions of people around the world who will be watching and cheering them on. This is more than just a game of football. It is a battle for pride and for the top spot in the Scottish Premiership. I will give you my final score prediction for the big match in just a moment, but first, let's consider the impact of the president, Brian Wilson, on the current state of the club. His leadership at the board level has provided the stability and the resources necessary for Martin O'Neill to build such a competitive squad. The recruitment strategy has been clinical, focusing on players who not only have the technical ability, but also the character to represent Celtic. The arrival of players like Austin Trusty and Arne Engels shows a clear vision for the future, and the results on the pitch are a direct reflection of that planning. The club is in a very healthy position, both financially and competitively, and the future looks incredibly bright for the Hoops. The debate between Chris Sutton and James McFadden highlights the different schools of thought that exist within the Celtic support. Sutton, the former striker, wants to see bold decisions and a focus on momentum, which is why he is calling for Viljami Sinisalo to start. McFadden, the former playmaker, is more concerned with tactical balance and the long-term stability of the midfield. Both have valid points, but ultimately it is the gaffer who has the final say. Martin O'Neill has a proven track record of getting the big decisions right, and his management of the squad during this busy period has been exemplary. He has managed to rotate the players effectively without losing the core identity of the team. This was evident 2 days ago when the substitutions made a genuine impact on the game, helping to see out the victory in the final 20 minutes. One player who deserves a special mention is Rio Hatate. His performance this past Thursday was a masterclass in modern midfield play. The way he manipulates the ball and finds angles that others don't even see is truly a joy to watch. He was instrumental in the build-up to the record-breaking goal, and his work rate off the ball was equally impressive. If he can bring that same level of performance to Ibrox tomorrow, our rivals will have a very difficult time containing him. Alongside him, Arne Engels has shown a level of composure that is rare for such a young player. His delivery from set pieces is a weapon that we must look to exploit tomorrow, especially given the height we have in the box with Carter Vickers and Scales. The narrative surrounding this team is changing. We are no longer the underdogs in Europe, and we are certainly the team to beat domestically. The win in Stuttgart has given the players a level of belief that is palpable. They know they can go anywhere and win. This psychological edge will be vital tomorrow. The Parkhead faithful will be out in force. And although we are playing away from home, the presence of the green and white army will be felt. The chants of the fans, the sea of green and white, and the unwavering support are what drive this team forward. It is a unique bond that defines Celtic Football Club. As we prepare for the 199th meeting with our rivals, the stakes could not be higher. A win would not only extend our lead at the top of the Scottish Premiership, but also provide a massive boost ahead of the next round of European fixtures. The momentum we have built up over the last week is incredible, and it is crucial that we capitalize on it. The gaffer will have the players fired up and ready for the battle. Every tackle, every pass, and every shot will be contested with the highest level of intensity. This is what it means to play for Celtic. This is what it means to be a part of this incredible journey. In the forward positions, the pace of Dyson Maeda will be a major factor tomorrow. His ability to press the opposition defenders and force them into mistakes is a key part of our game plan. This past Thursday, he didn't give the Stuttgart defenders a moment of peace, and he will be expected to do the same at Ibrox. If he can win the ball high up the pitch, it will create immediate chances for Jota and Iheanacho. The versatility of our front three is one of our greatest strengths. They can swap positions, drop deep to link play, or run in behind the defense. This unpredictability makes us very difficult to defend against. Looking back at the history-making night in Germany, it is clear that Luke McCowan's goal was more than just a momentary triumph. It was the result of hours of hard work on the training ground and a testament to the player's dedication to the craft. The unique record he set is something that will be talked about for years to come. It serves as a reminder that with the right attitude and the right coaching, anything is possible. McCowan has become a symbol of the new Celtic, a team that is brave, technically gifted, and fiercely ambitious. His journey is far from over, and the Parkhead faithful are excited to see what he will achieve next. The questions raised by James McFadden regarding Callum McGregor will likely be answered the moment the team sheet is announced tomorrow. If the captain starts in a more disciplined role, it will show that the gaffer has taken the potential threats of the opposition into account. If he continues in the more advanced role, it will be a sign that Martin O'Neill has total confidence in his system and the ability of his players to execute it. Either way, McGregor's leadership on the pitch will be indispensable. He is the heartbeat of this team, the one who sets the standard and demands the best from everyone around him. As we wrap up our analysis of this incredible week for the club, the focus turns entirely to the derby. The victory in Stuttgart 2 days ago was a high point, but the match tomorrow is where legends are made. The players know the significance of the game, and they are ready to give everything for the shirt. From the goalkeeping dilemma to the tactical battles in midfield, there are so many storylines to follow. But at the end of the day, it comes down to which team wants it more, which team can handle the pressure, and which team can stay true to their identity. The contribution of every member of the squad, from the starters to those on the bench like Sebastian Tunekti, Joel Mvuka, and Callum Osmond, will be vital in the coming weeks. The long season is a marathon, not a sprint, and the gaffer will need every single player to be at their best. The depth we have in positions like the attack with Kelechi Iheanacho and the midfield with Luke McCowan gives us a massive advantage. We have seen time and time again this season that the players coming off the bench can be just as important as those who start the game. The Parkhead faithful are the lifeblood of this club, and their support is never taken for granted. Whether you are watching from the stands or from the other side of the world, your passion is what makes Celtic what it is. The journey we are on together is a special one, and there are many more historic nights to come. The record-breaking performance in Germany was just the beginning. We are building something special here, and it is a privilege to be a part of it. Now, as we reach the end of this deep dive into the latest news surrounding the boys, I want to thank you for your incredible support. The community we have built here is a testament to the global reach of the Green and White Army. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update on everything happening at Celtic Park. We have a lot of exciting content coming up, including a full post-match analysis of the derby tomorrow. Share this video with your fellow Hoops fans and let us know in the comments what your score prediction is for the big game. Who do you think should start in goal, Kasper Schmeichel or Viliami Sinisalo? Do you agree with James McFadden's assessment of Callum McGregor's role? We love hearing your thoughts and engaging in the debate with the best fans in the world. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and keep supporting the champions. This is our club, this is our time, and together, we will continue to make history. Please hit that subscribe button now and join our growing family of Celtic supporters. Your engagement helps us continue to bring you the best and most detailed coverage of the club we all love. Thank you for watching, and as always, may the spirit of the green and white be with you. Subscribe now for more exclusive Celtic FC news and tactical breakdowns.